How to slap on the bass. That song I was just playing is called Higher Ground, and it's originally by Stevie Wonder, but that version where the bass does the slapping in the beginning is redone by the Red Hot Chili Peppers on their 1989 EMI record Mother's Milk. Fantastic album. If you haven't checked it out before, I recommend that you do. Michael Balzery, also known as Flea, is the guy playing the bass on that recording. And we're going to use that to show you how to slap in this video. So, the first thing you need to know about a slap technique is that it is a wrist rotation with the knuckle opposite the outside of your thumb, this knuckle here, on your thumb coming into contact with the string. So in this case we're going to be playing the low E string or the fourth string. You should also try to maintain contact with the heel of your wrist opposite your palm with the body of the bass, and you can keep your forearm touching the body of the bass as well. So you rotate your wrist up and literally throw your thumb into the string with your wrist, like that. It helps to keep your thumb loose but not too loose. You do have to do some degree of aiming at the string to execute this technique. That's the first technique. I recommend you pause the video now if this is your first time and just do that a whole bunch till you feel comfortable with it. The second technique is known as a hit, and to do a hit, it's strictly a percussive technique. We use the same wrist motion, but we keep the hand on the strings. And for this hit, we're going to do our best to land our index finger, that's the I finger, underneath the second string, that's the D string for bass players, hooked and ready to pluck the string out. So what we have so far for this riff looks and sounds something like this. Slap and hit. At that point, we want to make sure that our index finger goes over here to the second fret on that second string, which is an E note. It's an octave higher than the initial E note that we played on the open fourth string. And this is the note that we're going to pluck. The pluck uses the opposite wrist motion as the slap, and you literally pluck the string so that it slaps against the neck of the bass, like that. So you've got three techniques now that we've talked about in this video so far: the slap, the hit, and the pluck. If we put all three of them together, the first part of this riff should sound something like this: slap and hit, pluck and. So now let's take a moment and talk about the rhythm. This riff is in 12/8 for our purposes in this video, and that basically means that there are 12 eighth notes in the whole measure. Each eighth note is counted as one beat. So on that first note, when we play the low E with the slap, and that and takes the second beat or the second eighth note. So that first low E that we play is actually a quarter note. It takes two beats in this time signature. Slap and hit. Now the third eighth note is taken up by the hit. That's the first grouping of notes. Again, this is 12/8. That's a compound time signature, which means that it's counted in sets of 3, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So just to give you an idea, I'll play that riff again and count along with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A bit much to do all of that at once while counting, but it is important that you give the riff proper timing when you're first practicing it. We're on the first three notes still though, so again we'll have a slap and hit, pluck and. So the pluck also gets two beats. You also say an and after the pluck. Again, I'll do it a little slower. So far we have slap and hit, pluck and. After that, we go back to the low E with another slap. Let's try adding that now to what we have so far. And again, if at any point you need to pause this video and practice the parts, up to what we have, strongly recommend that you do that. So here we go. Ready to play. And hit, pluck, and slap. Let's do it again, a little bit slower still. 1, 2, 3. Slap, and hit, pluck, and maybe we should do it a little slower still. 1, 2, 3. Slap, and hit, pluck, and slap. Nice job. Now, in the song, they go to the 3rd fret G and slap again, but it's a little tricky to do 2 slaps in a row, and since we're just learning how to slap in this video, we're going to replace it with a hammer, which is a left-hand technique where you literally use your finger like a hammer on the string to create resonance. So far, if we add that, we should have something that sounds like this. Slap, and hit, pluck, and slap, hammer. Nice job. I'll do that a little bit slower for you. 1, 2, 3. Slap, and hit, pluck, and slap, hammer. Next we're going to do the hit and the pluck, hit, pluck. This time going to the octave of the 3rd fret note, which is a G. These are both Gs. So we have the 5th fret, the last note that I played was the 5th fret on the 2nd string. So if we take that and add it to what we have so far, we should get something that sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. Slap, and hit, pluck, and slap. Hammer, hit, pluck. Notice that those last 3 notes are all 8th notes. There's no and after any of them. After that, we bring it up 2 more frets to the 5th position. That means our index finger's on the 5th fret now. This is an A note, and our pinky finger is going to wind up on the 7th fret of the 2nd string. That's also an A note, an octave higher. And here we do another slap, another hit, and another pluck. Oh, let's get that again. There we go. So again, that last part. Slap, hit, pluck. So far, what we have for this riff, from the beginning with a 3 count, sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. Slap, and hit, pluck, and slap. Hammer, hit, pluck, slap, hit, pluck. Nice job. At that point the riff repeats, but the ending is different the 2nd time. When you get up to the 5th fret, the A's, rather than doing a slap, hit, pluck, like we've been doing, the 2nd time around we do slap, pluck, slap. So if we play from the beginning of the riff and do just the 2nd ending, it'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3. Slap, and hit, pluck, and slap. Hammer, hit, pluck, slap, pluck, slap. That's the 2nd ending. So the 2nd ending and the 1st ending alternate back and forth, starting with the 1st ending, for the duration of this riff. Fully add some other fills in the middle, but for this video we're just going to use this riff to practice the slapping technique. At this point, I'm going to play the riff, and I'm going to start very slow and then gradually increase tempo every time that I'm doing a repeat of both times. So if you haven't already, now is a great time to pause the video, practice the techniques on your own, rewind if you want to, take note of the pivoting on the heel of the wrist. That's extra important because you need to rotate the wrist to get this technique properly. Making contact with the body of the bass with the heel of your palm and also part of your forearm, like that. So let's practice the riff together now. Here we go. I'll give you a 3 count. 1, 2, 3. Slap and hit. Pluck and slap. Hammer. Hit. Pluck. Slap. Hit. Pluck. Repeating. Slap and hit. Pluck and slap. Hammer. Hit. Pluck. Second ending now. Slap. Pluck. Slap. Repeating a little faster. Slap and hit. Pluck and slap. Hammer. Hit. Pluck. Slap. Hit. Pluck. Slap and hit. Hammer and slap. Hammer. Hit. Pluck. Slap. Pluck. Slap. Did I say hammer that time? My mistake. Let's do it one more time at that same tempo. 1, 2, 3. Slap and hit. Pluck and slap. Hammer. Hit. Pluck. Slap. Hit. Pluck. Slap and hit. Pluck and slap. Hammer. Hit. Pluck. Slap. Pluck. Slap. A little faster. Slap and hit. Pluck and slap. Hammer. Hit. Pluck. Slap. Hit. Pluck. Slap and hit. Pluck and slap. Hammer. Hit. Pluck. Second ending. Slap. Pluck. Slap. A little faster. Slap and hit. Pluck and slap. Hammer. Hit. Pluck. Slap. Hit. Pluck. Slap and hit. Pluck and slap. Hammer. Hit. Pluck. Slap. Pluck. Slap. A little faster. Slap and hit. Pluck and slap. Hammer. Hit. Pluck. Slap. Hit. Pluck. Slap and hit. Hammer and oh, not a mistake. Hit. Pluck. Slap. Pluck. Slap. Let's do it again. Slap and hit. Pluck and slap. Hammer. Hit. Pluck. Slap. Hit. Pluck. Slap and hit. Pluck and slap. Hammer. Hit. Pluck. Slap. Pluck. Slap. A little faster. Slap and hit. Pluck and slap. Hammer. Hit. Pluck. Slap. Hit. Pluck. Slap and hit. Pluck and slap. Hammer. Hit. Pluck. Slap. Pluck. Slap. A little faster. Slap and hit. Pluck and slap. Hammer. Hit. Pluck. Slap. Hit. Pluck. Slap and hit. Hammer. Oh, I did it again. Let's keep going. A little faster. And hit. Pluck and I hope this video was helpful, and happy practicing. We'll see you next time. Bye now.